So, what really gets you out of bed in the morning? I mean, what's that deep, internal force that drives your decisions, your ambitions, your entire life? Today, we're going to unpack one of the most famous roadmaps for human motivation ever created.
No, really. Take a second and think about it. Is it your career, your family, maybe a search for purpose? This isn't just some big philosophical question, right? It's actually the key to understanding ourselves. And lucky for us, there's a theory that lays all of this out in a powerful, super intuitive way.
So, way back in the 1940s, a psychologist named Abraham Maslow introduced this really elegant idea, a pyramid of needs. His theory was a total game changer. He basically said, look, we're all motivated by a bunch of different needs, but some are way more fundamental than others. You've got to satisfy the needs at the bottom before you can even think about climbing higher. And here it is, the structure for that climb. We're going to build this pyramid together, level by level. We'll start with the absolute basics for survival and go all the way up to the very peak of human potential. And you know what? It's a journey we're all on, whether we even realize it or not. Okay, so first things first. Before you can dream, before you can connect with people, before you can achieve a single thing, you have to build a solid base. These are what we call our basic needs. They are the absolute non-negotiables of being human.
Let's start at the very bottom. Level 1. Physiological needs. This is pure survival stuff. I mean, think about it. If you don't have air to breathe, or water to drink, or food to eat, literally nothing else matters. These aren't just wants. They're biological commands that just have to be satisfied.
All right, so once our immediate survival is handled, what comes next? Well, we start looking for stability. Level 2 is all about safety and security. This is our need for a predictable world. You know, a safe place to live, some financial security, just freedom from constant fear. Without that feeling of safety, our bodies and minds are always on high alert, and it's pretty much impossible to relax and grow.
Okay, so our foundation is built. It's solid. Now we can start working on the middle floors of our pyramid. This is where we move beyond just staying alive and really start focusing on what makes life worth living. And that brings us to our psychological needs.
Let's be real, we are social creatures through and through. Level 3, love and belongingness, taps into that powerful, hardwired drive we all have to connect. It's our need for friends, for family, for intimacy, for just being part of a group, a tribe. Feeling isolated? Well, that's like a deep, psychological kind of hunger. So once we feel like we belong, we want to feel valued. And what's super interesting here at level 4 is that esteem actually has two different sides to it. First, there's the internal part. That's self-esteem, feeling a sense of your own dignity and what you've achieved. But then, there's the external part, that desire for respect and status from other people. And here's the kicker. We kind of need both to feel truly confident and capable in the world.
And this right here, this is a huge turning point in the pyramid. See those first 4 levels? Maslow called them deficiency needs. You're basically motivated because you lack something. You're hungry, you feel unsafe, you're lonely, or you feel disrespected. But once those needs are mostly met, your motivation totally shifts. You're not just trying to fill a hole anymore. Now you're driven by growth needs, this deep desire to just expand and grow as a person.
And that desire for growth, well, it leads us right here to the very peak of the pyramid, self-actualization. This isn't about what's missing anymore. It's all about fulfillment. It's that inner drive to become everything that you are truly capable of becoming.
So what does this peak state actually look like? Well, Maslow talked about these motivations he called being values. They aren't things you go out and acquire, they're more like qualities you live by. The first is a deep, abiding desire for truth, for honesty, for reality.
Next up is a profound appreciation for beauty, and not just in some fancy art gallery, but in nature, in other people, and the small, everyday moments of life.
And then there's a powerful commitment to justice, a real drive to see fairness and equity in the world, and to actually do something to contribute to it. And ultimately, it all leads to the pursuit of a life filled with meaningfulness. This is such a great way to show that shift, right? You go from needing things from the world to wanting to contribute something meaningful to the world.
But hold on, there's one more critical piece to this whole puzzle. Maslow was pretty clear that this whole journey of growth isn't purely an internal job. Nope, it actually depends heavily on the world around us. So what conditions do we need externally to even be able to start climbing this pyramid?
Maslow pointed to these essential preconditions. To really satisfy our needs, we have to live in a society that provides us with freedom to speak and to act, a system of justice that is actually fair, and a general sense of orderliness. I mean, really think about it. Without these supports from the outside world, our personal journey up the pyramid can get blocked, no matter how motivated we are on the inside.
So, as we wrap all this up, the whole theory comes right back around to you. This pyramid isn't just some static diagram in a textbook. It's a dynamic map of your own life. So looking at this hierarchy, where's your focus right now? Are you shoring up your foundation? Building those connections? Or maybe, are you reaching for that peak? It's a pretty powerful question to carry with you.